Good morning, Bulldogs.
My name is Abby.
And my name is Kaylee, and this is your school news.
This Saturday, the 13th, is prom. It will be held at the Rustic Barn at Half Moon from 6 to 10 p.m.
Make sure you bring your physical ticket to prom. Otherwise, you will not be able to get in.
Students needing to take the ASVAB test, the next test date is the 19th of April. Don't forget to sign up to test with Mrs. Miller.
And last but not least, we have 85 yearbooks left. Don't forget to order yours while you still can. That's all for this week, Bulldogs.
Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Jonathan.
My name is Riley.
And this is your sports news. Friday, April 12th, girls soccer, baseball, and softball plays against Croatan.
Tuesday, April 16th, tennis, baseball, softball, and girls soccer face West Carteret.
Wednesday, April 17th, baseball plays New Bern and track races Croatan.
Thursday, April 18th, softball will face against East Carteret, tennis plays Croatan, and varsity soccer plays East Carteret.
That's all for your sports news. Have a great day, Bulldogs.
Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Corey.
I'm Riley.
And this is your world news. In our first story today, the Mexican government has broken off ties with the government of Ecuador after Ecuadorian police led a raid on the Mexican embassy to arrest Jorge Glass.
Jorge Glass is the former vice president of Ecuador and was convicted of charges of corruption and bribery. He was seeking political asylum in the Mexican embassy and was granted it hours before the raid took place on Saturday.
The raid violated international law and has received announcements from the international community, with Mexico stating they will be fighting the case in the World Court at The Hague.
Here in the U.S., we're scheduled to see a cicada swarm centered in Illinois, which will also be seen in much of the South. Two broods, the Great Southern Brood and the Northern Illinois Brood, will be emerged at the same time, and the first multiple brood hatching since 1803. And their next co-emergence will not be due for another 223 years.
In Surf City, ground has finally been broken on the Earl G. and Inez Batts Recreation Complex. Planning began in 2019 with the creation of a recreation open space master plan. The complex is set to open to the community later this year with a park, playground, and skate park. That's all for your world news. Have a great day, Bulldogs.
Good morning, Bulldogs. My name is Jonathan, and this is your weather for the weekend. Today we will have a low of 50 degrees and a high of 73 degrees. Tomorrow we will have a low of 47 degrees and a high of 72 degrees. Sunday we will have a low of 48 degrees and a high of 77 degrees. That's all for your weather. Have a great day, Bulldogs.
I'm Kaylee, and I'm here with
Mr. Henderson.
Oriana.
Hi, I'm CJ. What's your name?
I'm Lacey.
Herman McBride. Eduardo Palacio.
Caleb Tipton.
What's your name?
I am Kyle.
So I'm just going to ask you a few questions about astronomy. First one, how will the universe end?
The universe, I think it's slowly going to contract in on itself after its expansion finishes.
What is the difference between astronomy and astrology?
Astronomy is tracking the movements of stars and planets and actual celestial objects.
Astrology is garbage BS that's fun to read in the newspaper.
What blue is the moon?
What blue?
Yeah, what blue is the moon?
Cerulean blue? Cerulean blue?
I'll take your word for it.
My favorite factor is how do they move around themselves, in general, they move within one place in themselves as well. But the Milky Way will take around 240 million years to complete one rotation. So it'd be unlikely that the human species will survive one single rotation of the galaxy, evolutionary.
Did you know that there's parts of space that has oxygen?
Yeah.
That's false.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
There's oxygen in space. It's an element.
Okay.
Well, sorry, it's a compound. It's a molecule. There's hydrogen. Wait, no, yeah, it is an element. Hydrogen and oxygen make water. Sorry, they're everywhere.
What planets have no moon?
You were wrong. You got to double check. It's a widespread element.
Which planets have no moon?
Well, it depends if they're considered a planet. Mercury and Venus?
Yep. What was recently discovered? What planet was recently discovered? Super Earth.
Where's Super Earth? I think that's just a generic term for describing an M-class planet.
How long do stars live?
Probably a billion years, give or take.
10 billion years.
But isn't the the universe is only supposed to be like 6 billion years old right now, right?
Where does space begin?
There's no boundaries. You mean? Yeah, do you mean like differentiated with our atmosphere or in general? There's no.
Either or?
Yeah, there's no boundaries to space. We don't really understand that, how it expands indefinitely.
And finally, do galaxies move?
Yeah.
Something Kyle couldn't get right.
I am Kyle.
How long do stars live?
1,000 years?
10 billion years.
Oh.
Where does space begin?
Space?
The area above our atmosphere. How will the universe end?
The sun will explode.
Wonderful.
So, Lacey, what moves around the Earth?
The sun? The moon?
The moon is correct. I was worried there for a second. Okay. So that is kindergarten stuff. Okay. Who is the founder of astronomy?
Is that kindergarten stuff too?
Sure, we'll say that.
I don't know.
Nicholas Copernicus. I don't know how to say his last name. And last one. Which planet has no moons?
Saturn.
No.
No?
Mercury and Venus.
Oh, I'm dumb.
There are future people. So, how will the universe end?
That's a big word for Elmo.
How will the universe end?
Jesus will come.
Well, in about like 100 something, I don't know, I guess 100 something billion years, the sun will explode and everyone's just gonna die.
So, our singular sun will destroy the entire
Not the
universe.
Sun with the solar system. I don't know.
Really bright. Did you know that there's only 5% of gravity in the universe? Does that sound right to you?
No.
No.
Good job. They got one right. Okay. Yeah, why is
Because
that?
Isaac Newton said otherwise.
What? Explain that. No. Stay with that thought. Explain it. I need you to full on.
I don't know. Isaac Newton found gravity. So
I'm
there's
not
more than
saying- there's-
5%.
There's.
No comment.
And then last question. What is the difference between astronomy and astrology?
Stars and the Capricorn stuff.
Yeah, astronomy is like space and the stars, and astrology is like zodiac sign.
Yeah, I'll give that to them. Okay, thank you. Can you tell me the difference between astronomy and astrology?
One has like stars. One has like stars, and no, actually I can't.
What blue is the moon?
It's white. It's not blue.
Okay. He's very boring.
Okay.
And then last question. What is a star?
A thing in the sky.
Really? How'd you get that, Einstein?
Because if you look in the sky, there's stars.
Man,
Isn't it
true
like
genius.
a dead planet?
It's not a, no, it's a star is a giant luminous ball of heated gas.
Oh.
Okay.
I learned something too.
I am Kyle.
What blue is the moon?
Okay, so if the moon was blue, it would probably be a lighter blue more than a darker blue. But if it was a darker blue, it could be a dark blue on the other side. I don't know. Sure.
That was okay. That wasn't a real question, but sure. What is the difference between astronomy and astrology?
Astronomy is like for astronauts, and astrology is for like space.
What? You said astronomy is for astronauts?
Yeah.
And astrology is space?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the logistics of your answer?
So like, the first one that you said, it had like an A in it. So I was like,
They
of
both
course,
have an A in it.
astronauts, obviously. And then the next one, it also had an A on it, and I was like, well, it can't be astronauts again, so it has to be something with astronauts. So I said space. You're welcome.
Well, you're wrong. What properties define a black hole?
Sucking power?
Do galaxies move?
Well, I would think that it would move on itself, but from its original location, no.
What?
So, like, it would spin because of gravity, but it would stay there and not go anywhere else in space.
No, all galaxies move. They even collide into each other.
Obviously, but they move in circles.
No,
All
galaxies.
on one gravitational
Galaxies.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a galaxy is?
Candy bar?